Here we have something in groups of 3. We're playing 3 times per measure in both hands. Now when we change what we're playing in our right hand to play just twice, it sounds like this. So to contrast the two, we're basically going from a 3 feel to a 2 feel, which is a hemiola. Now describing a hemiola versus a syncopation versus polyrhythm can be slightly confusing sometimes, but really it's quite simple. Hemiolas apply to things that deal with groups of 6, which is why triple meter is often associated with hemiola. I'm going to replay this playing 8th notes in the left hand so that you can really hear the groups of 6. This is important because with a group of 6, we can divide it in 3 groups of 2 or 2 groups of 3, which is why we can go either or and create this rhythmic feel that goes from one to the other. Another example. Now with this, even though with both hands we're always playing the same amount of notes, you can clearly hear the difference between groups of 2 and 3, and that's because of the melodic content of the right hand. Now going back to the first example where we have groups of 3, if we were to add a syncopation, it might sound like this. So now we're not hearing a note where we previously would expect a downbeat. A syncopation is nothing more than a simple interference to the rhythmic flow of what was happening before. Now let's go to something in groups of 2. Add syncopation. Now this is just syncopation. We don't feel a meter change or a grouping change. We basically just feel and hear the interference of this pulse and something else. In my opinion, instead of getting too caught up with terminology and labeling, which really don't matter at all, just continuing to explore different groupings, different interesting meter shifts, whatever it is that interests you is most important.